Was it on? Okay. So I just wanted to share some more of my thoughts, and wanted to clarify some things. A lot of people probably don't have any idea what I'm talking about most of the time, but you know, I'm not some anarchist. There's a fundamental misunderstanding of what was set up. We've never really fully recognized the dreams and ideas of the founding fathers. It's never been done, and then that might be something to do with technology. But where was I going with this? You know, I'm not an anarchist. I'm for government. I have no problem with government. I just, you know, as long as it's consensual and respects my individual sovereignty. And if it does not, then it's at war with my house. And I cannot support it. You know, you have to ask yourself, how do you think consensual government works? In your mind, how does it work? And if you say, okay, so I withdraw consent, now what? Look around you. It's like, you know, we have these banks and this slave culture, this slave commerce system, these slave colonies everywhere that don't understand and are extremely hostile to freedom. You know, they all think they have an assumption of jurisdiction. They think because they have subjected themselves to rules that you were subject to the same rules and contracts they have been subjected to, because they are of that democratic mindset which has been implemented on them for over 50 years. We're not a democracy, we are a republic. Anybody who talks about democracy is a fucking moron. There's a reason why Benjamin Franklin said, a nation of well-informed men who know and understand their God-given rights cannot be enslaved. I am not subject to your rules. They're your rules. If you contract with the devil, don't complain when your life becomes hell. And don't expect me to be subject to your rules, to your house. Grow up. You're like a child pointing the finger saying, Daddy, Daddy, look what he's doing. He's eating cookies. Well, fuck you. I'm not a child. I can eat all the cookies I want. You're a child. Grow up. I am not subject to your rules. I am not subject to your house. I am not of your house. You have been brainwashed. Stop watching television. It's called programming for a reason. If you look at what was established, it's really good. The founding fathers did. They're wonderful. They did awesome. But we've never fully recognized it. One of the most powerful things we could do is simply get rid of this debt-based currency. That's what's killing us. That is the poison that is in the eye. That's the poison IV that's going straight into the lifeblood of our country. The currency is our energy. It is our land, our water, our resources. It is everything, and it's being poisoned. You can't have that. That is, if America was a body, these people have pumped in poison, gutted us, and are ripping out the organs. You know, one of the first steps we have to do is rip out that IV. That IV is the Federal Reserve note, the negative debt-based currency. You know? So, get rid of that. One of the easiest steps would be JFK's Executive Order 01111, which is the US dollar. I don't like fiats, but it's a great stepping stone. And that right there would untangle a lot of the inequity within our financial system. That alone would do it. And a simple recognition that we are a republic, not a democracy. And that we are, in a republic, you have free, you have bonded, and you have slaves. You have a diverse group of people. And these dumb, limited people who have been brainwashed, I shouldn't call them dumb because they're just brainwashed, you know, run around thinking that, you know, I'm subject to their house. No. You guys serve the devil, okay? You guys are deceived. You guys are the beast of the beast. You're in the belly of the beast. You are it. You are the beast. The beast system, the beast system is a system of commerce. The jurisdictions of your life are ruled by a system of commerce, of money. Why is it, do you think, that your whole life, most of your time, you run around thinking about money? Money on your head, money on your hand. Numbers on your head, numbers on your hand. Wake up, people. Wake up. You have been deceived. Yeah, so I'm not anti-government at all. But if you don't respect my individual sovereignty, then you are at war with my house. And I cannot be a part or support your house. So you have to ask yourself, how does consensual government work? Well, in a lawful, honorable society, you would make a claim. A simple claim, a claim about what on land and what on resources to give you access to what you need. You have a right to own yourself. You have a right to a piece of this world, and you have a right to resources. Now, this has to be, it can't be. It has to be a reasonable claim. You can't claim the state of Texas, obviously. And if you do claim more, or you end up in an impossible counterclaim, you claim and somebody else has a claim there, and you end up in a counterclaim. Once we start to break this psychology, we will remove ourselves from the competitive-based psychology that we're in. We don't have to compete. We should be working together. Both good and evil are collectives. Evil is a collective of slaves, controlled by one mind. They do not have a mind. They are slaves. On the good side, we are a collective of individuals who come together just like you do at Thanksgiving when you join hands. That's what we are. We come together when in need and when it is beneficial to us, and we join hands. And then we let go, because we have that right, we have that power, we have that ability. So anyways, let's just say you would draw consent, and you're just like, well, how do I live now? Because you have this slave colony everywhere. You have the slave mindset everywhere, right? And it's like, well, these people don't understand freedom. So we have to break the mindset. We have to break the illusion. But once we get there, where's the next step? Well, you would make claims. And as long as it's a reasonable claim in an honorable society, that claim would be honored. And you would have your land. You could build your shelter. That's how it works. And then, as far as commerce goes, that comes out of the wealth that you extract from the land, from the creations that you make and things you manifest from your own self. So, what we're being, the financial system, this robbery is of a complete nature, which is why it invades the soul. That's who these people are. They're the traffickers of souls. That's what they're taking from you. It's not. They are feeding upon your life force. Because that's what they're tainting. That's what they're all about, creating these culture locks that give them the ability to just feed and feed and feed on life. Because that's really what they have to in order to feel any kind of fulfillment. Because these people have corrupted themselves. People don't understand power. They don't understand currency. They don't understand energy. They don't understand themselves. They don't understand life or the life force. And when you consume more power that was allocated to you, you will corrupt yourself. You will blow your fuse. You will destroy your soul. And then the only way you will ever feel fulfillment in this life is by consuming life. And this is what they do. That's what they do. This is why they always get to that point of children, killing babies, because that is the only peace they ever get. That is the most, and that is the most purest form of life they can consume. And that's where they get their peace. That's the only time they feel fulfilled, is when they're consuming that. And when they're, you're in a culture and you're under their system and you're just killing babies and they love it. They're feeding on that. They love that you kill your children. They love that you just sit there in apathy and complacency and just engage in murder and death. They love it. They love it. They love you for it. Yes, that's what they want. They want that life. Because that's the only time they feel fulfilled. That's the only time they can feel peace. But at the end of that tunnel, at the bottom of that pit, is where they're going to find themselves with no more life to feed upon and only torment. Only black torment. That's what awaits them. They will never escape it. They've done it to themselves. They've dug this pit themselves. But people don't understand. But anyways, we are a republic. The democratic mindset. This brainwashing, this attempt to create a worker class, to manipulate mankind, to create a culture lock in America. All the royals, all the kingdom builders, and all the, the kingdoms of the world, all these corrupt little structures and culture locks that allow for these corruptions and people to become corrupt and then feed upon life. And are at war with what was founded here, because what was founded here is the unbreakable foundation, and they can't beat it. They're just all they can do is try and destroy it. It's based on, it's all spiritual law, and they hate America. They want, in the end, they don't really care as long as America is destroyed and the ideas of America are destroyed, and which is why they've been distorting and manipulating and muddying the waters for so long. You know. Another thing I want to clarify is a lot of people talk about constitutional rights. There's no such thing, people. There's constitutional restrictions for the entity known as the United States of America. There's no such thing as a constitutional right. If you think that, you're deceived. Wake up. Your rights do not come from paper. If that's what you think, I got paper here, okay? I got lots of paper, and I can write all kinds of shit, okay? If that's what you believe, I'll write all kinds of crazy shit on paper. I'll have you guys walking on your hands and wearing fucking bunny outfits, you know? Well, it says it right here on paper. You say, yeah, Constitution, stupid fucks. Wake up. Your rights are of God. They are inherent within you. They are of the design. They are of the Creator. If you don't like God, you don't. The word is a power word that's become in your brainwashed mind is meant to lock you down. It's meant to limit you. You are brainwashed. They're controlling you. Constitutional rights. I have a constitution. You don't have shit because you're a fucking moron. Your rights are of God. Your rights are inherent within your design. Stand on them or be pushed aside. Draw a line or do not complain when they come into your house and they take everything you have. So yeah, some simple steps we could take. Abolish the Federal Reserve. Bring back the U.S. dollar. Well, for now, you know, gold and silver obviously, but as a stepping stone. And it would be, because we're dealing with people in such limited states, and they're in these fear states, and they're brainwashed, that the U.S. dollar, it looks just like it, you know. It wouldn't be too much of a difference for them, you know, because they're fragile, man. And the mob's dangerous, okay? The mob is extremely dangerous. Don't be fooled. Just because they're brainwashed people, they are dangerous. They are the barbarians, okay? They're dangerous. I mean, they're being controlled by barbarians, but it's just one big barbaric system. Excuse me. So, what was I saying? Yeah, that would be good. The U.S. dollar is a good stepping stone. Gold and silver, you know. Eventually, I would like to move to real free trade, you know. But gold and silver works for now. And but a great stepping stone would be the U.S. dollar, which is why they assassinated JFK. I think I'm pretty damn sure that was their main motivator right there. And he was starting to wake up and starting to point out, you know, secret societies and all that jazz. And he realized he didn't want to have anything to do with that. So I am not an anarchist. I am not anti-government. But if your system, your house, your ideas do not respect my God-given rights, then you have failed. And anything you do, because this is written into the design, people, if that's what you want to build your house on, eventually it will fail, because it will be a baseline of inequity. You will have that slow rumble that will eventually just crumble away anything you build. Respect the design or suffer. Anyways, I just want to throw that out there. God bless.